already looking like a bad bitch. You feel me? I look like a bad bitch. I am a bad bitch. And that's on period. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Mo. What? I'm fucking up my intro. It's your girl Mo back with another video. And today we're gonna be talking about something a little different. You know, how to be a bad bitch. It's what I am, it's who I want to be, and it's what I practice every day. And so I'm gonna teach y'all how to be that, how to exert that energy, and how to just be the bitch that you always wanted to be. Period. Okay? Be the best you can be and kill these hoes. Okay? That's how we're gonna do it. But before I get into the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Come back and see your girl. I do a lot more than talk shit. I also put some fitness videos in there, some beauty videos in there. So if you want to see that, come back and see your girl. Anyways, let's get on into the video. Let's do that. So, by the way, if this is your first time watching, I sing everything. So you get like a YouTube channel and a musical all in one. You feel me? Before I get into like my little bullet points here, I just want to define what a bad bitch is before we get into that. So, I mean, we know the word as like B-I-T-C-H, bitch, as a arrogant, egotistic, rude, full of themselves woman. And that's not what I'm trying to portray. That's not what I'm preaching to you guys. That is not what I want you to be. Because that energy that you put out into the world, baby girl or baby boy, whoever is watching this, that shit will come back to you. So the bad bitch that I am defining today and I am teaching you to become is someone who is confident, someone who talks their talk, walks their walk, is about the shit that she says, is about who she wants to be every day, okay, and doesn't give a fuck about anything else besides the best her that she can be or him that he can be, period. So now that I got that out the way, let's get into the steps of how to be a bad bitch. Yes. So I really didn't want to make this too long. I didn't want to have 10 motherfucking steps on how to be a bad bitch because I feel like being a bad bitch is very simple. People just don't want to put in the work in order to get to that place. Okay, being a bad bitch is about self-development. Okay, rude. What the fuck? It's about self-development. It's about putting in that work to up your confidence, to be about your shit, to talk your talk, to walk your walk, like I said. So, 3 fucking simple steps. You just gotta put the work in. You gotta stay dedicated. And you gotta exert that energy. You gotta be that bitch. Period. So now, the first step is to be confident. This is like the #1 rule to everything. You cannot be a bad bitch. A bad bitch is someone who is confident in themselves. They look good, they feel good, they know what they want, they exert that energy every day, and they're just about it. I mean, you guys come to me on my Instagram, by the way, shameless promo. I'm gonna put this bitch right here. Follow me on Instagram. But you guys come to me every day and you're like, hey, how are you so confident? And you seem like you just know you're the baddest bitch out there. And this. And first of all, I am. I know that I am. Not to say that don't confuse it with cockiness, okay? Let's get that out the way. I'm not better than others, but I know I am the baddest bitch in my head. Okay, that's the only way that you're going to be confident every day. You have to put yourself on the highest pedestal that you can to be the best that you can be, period. So anyways, steps to be confident. This shit wasn't always like this. Like, if you guys knew me in high school or even in middle school, like, y'all, I swear people who see me in that I knew in like high school or that I knew in middle school, they be like, bitch, you are different now. Like, when I was in high school, I wouldn't say that I was just like, I wasn't shy. I wasn't just like very secluded and like to myself, but I wasn't the most popular. I wasn't the most confident. I didn't walk with like my chest up. I wasn't just that bitch, and I just wasn't. I had a lot of insecurities that I had to deal with internally, and that's what I've been working on. So I just want to put that out there. This shit has not always been like this. It's just something that I've developed because I've put the time into it. into developing it. So things that I did. For one, you have to accept your flaws. You have to accept your good. You have to accept your bad. You have to accept your positive, your negative, all of that. Physically, mentally, action-wise, all of that shit. Because if you're sitting here just always focusing on the flaws, God made you, or whatever higher power you believe in, made you this way. This is how you're going to be unless you have thousands of dollars to change it. This is how you're gonna fucking be. You need to look yourself in the mirror and accept those flaws. Tell yourself that you're beautiful regardless. Like, I don't have the best skin, but bitch, I look in the mirror and I'm like, my skin is flawless, okay? If you gotta not lie to yourself, but just boost yourself up every day about the shit that you are so-called insecure about, that's what you have to do. Insecurity is a mindset. It's not something that is real. It is something that is made up in your mind that you think is not up to par. Whatever it may be, that insecurity is made up in your head, and you need to just dead that shit, dump that shit, put it in the trash, put it in the ocean, something, and just focus on the good, accept that shit, and move the fuck on. Like, this is how I look, and I'm a bad bitch regardless, okay? Okay. One thing that I do to practice too as well, and I kind of just mentioned it beforehand, I talk to myself in the mirror. I talk to myself in the mirror almost every day. Whether I have just done my skincare routine and I am bare and I'm about to go to sleep, my hair is tied, I have a bonnet on, I'm telling myself, bitch, you're the baddest bitch ever, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're that girl, you're going to be that girl, you're going to continue to elevate. Whatever I'm feeling like that day that I need to tell myself to boost my self-esteem and boost myself up and encourage myself, that's what I tell myself. I also keep, I'm like looking at them right now, but I also keep little sticky notes on my mirror, because clearly that's where I look at myself. I keep sticky notes on my mirror, just little reminders like you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, or, you know, inspirational, motivational quotes too as well, just to keep my mental going. Yeah, you just need verbal and physical reminders from yourself. And speaking of, you know, looking at yourself in the mirror, you need to do things that make you feel good and, most importantly, look good. Because a lot of confidence, like, let's just be realistic, is how you look. That's just that on that. Like, of course, confidence is internal. It's not only physical, but a lot of it is how you look. So you need to do whatever the fuck makes you feel like you look the best. Whether it's not having any makeup on, having some sweats on, chilling with your hair tied, you feel me, like Drake said. I said it backwards, but bitch, you get the point. Or it is wearing a full face of makeup and looking beat as fuck and dressing up in heels and a whole dress and, you know, just going crazy with it. Whatever the fuck makes you feel like you look the most gorgeous and the most beautiful, do that. Me personally, I want to look good physically. I want a fat ass. That's what makes me look good. When I can feel my ass shaking, the confidence is leveling up, bitch, period. So I take my ass to the gym and I eat accordingly. I like to dress up and I like to do my makeup. So I spend time perfecting my makeup, perfecting my base, learning every day. So when I put my makeup on, I feel like a 10. Not to say I don't feel like a 10 when I don't have makeup on, because like I said, we accept our flaws. But when I have makeup on, I feel like that girl. When I have some heels on, I feel like that girl. When I have some sweats and I have my hair tied in a bun and I have no makeup on, I still feel like that girl. What I'm saying is, whatever the fuck makes you feel the best, do that shit. Practice it, not every day, but sometimes you gotta step out on the girls. You gotta go crazy, okay? Because when you look good, you feel good, and that is 10 out of 10, 100% true. When you look good, you feel good, all right? So let's look good. Whatever definition that is to you, look good, baby girl. Do that. Okay, so the last thing, I mean, there's so many things that you can do to make yourself feel confident. It's really like your personal preference. You have to cater it to you, however you operate, but these are just the things, like I said, that I do. And one of the main things I feel like is stop comparing yourself to others. I mean, these days it's so hard not to go on Instagram and to see all these gorgeous girls with all this money wearing Chanel, wearing this, who got plastic surgery, who looks fucking perfect, and this is just a social norm of a fat ass, small waist, and if you don't look like that, it's done for you. Like, you're just a fucking level 2 when these bitches are level 10. No matter what anybody else has, you have to stop programming yourself to compare it. Social media is a huge factor in it. I need you to get over looking at other beautiful girls and not comparing it to yourself, because when you start to compare and contrast, you start to subconsciously level yourself down, and you're like, damn, I don't look like that. Damn, I don't wear that. My waist isn't that small. My nose doesn't look like that. Like, things like that. If you constantly compare yourself to others, you're never going to be satisfied with yourself, and that confidence level is just going to keep deteriorating, and it's not going to elevate. And then you're just going to you're going to go one step forward, and then boom, you hop on Instagram, you see a bad bitch, and now you're 10 steps down. Like, just get that out of your mind. Stop comparing yourself to others. Acknowledge that there's other beautiful women in the world, but that doesn't mean that you're not beautiful. You're beautiful in your own way, girl. So accept that, own it, and walk that walk, talk that talk, because you are that bitch. Period. And little side note too, let me just throw this little confidence in there too. Not giving a fuck about what other people think of you. Let me just brush on that real quick, because people are going to say what they want to say about you. They're going to say that you're ugly. They're going to say that your nose is too big. They're going to say that your body's ugly. They're going to say, why does she dress like that? Why does she talk like that? Why does she act like that? Girl, don't feed into that negativity. How people treat others is a reflection of how they feel about themselves. So 9 times out of 10, when people talk about other people's, they're insecure in that aspect of their lives, of their whole persona. You know who you are. You know what you want to do. You know who you stand for. And be about that shit. And whoever says anything otherwise, dead it. I mean, if someone is truly, genuinely trying to elevate you in an area, in a great area that you miss, that's different. But if someone is just being straight a hater, bitch, the block button, I swear to God, it's the greatest thing invented. Block. That doesn't mean physically block on Instagram. Block them out of your whole entire mind. Like, alright, you say I'm ugly, cool. When I look in the mirror, what does my sticky note say? I'm that bitch. So that's what I am. But anyways, don't give a fuck about what other people say. But yeah, that's wrapping up confidence. Let's get on to the next one. Girl. So number 2. This is really important, and when I'm saying this to y'all, I am talking to myself as well. I don't know why. I had my hand on my water bottle this whole time. But not settling. So when you look in the mirror, or when you think about your life, you think about what you want, what you don't want, what career you want, what man you want, or woman that you want, how much money you want, where you want to travel, what you want to do, how happy you want to be. You know exactly what you want. Everybody has this painted, perfect fucking picture in their mind. So when it comes to being a bad bitch, remind yourself of that picture every day, and don't settle for anything that does not align within that perfect vision board that you have in your mind going every day. Like, if something comes your way that does not align with that, you gotta dead it. Because when you start to settle, that's when your confidence starts to come down. Because that's when you start doubting yourself. That's when you start judging yourself. That's when you start becoming emotionally attached to negativity. That's when you start just fucking up. Period. So stop settling, ladies, and I swear to God I'm talking to myself, because we've all been there. I've settled multiple times, but every day is a new day, okay? Every day is a new day, a new opportunity to be a bad bitch, to elevate. So stop settling. You know what you want. You have that picture in your head. Let's think logical here. If it doesn't align with that, and I cut that bitch off. You feel me? We don't know the S word. That's just done on that. Okay, and number 3, this is the third one. Like I mentioned before, the definition of a bitch really people think of as like being rude and having a huge ego and being cocky and stuff like that. But being a bad bitch, you have to be positive. You need to be radiant. You need to be kind. You need to have a purpose to impact others. And you need to spread that positivity. You need to impact people's lives and other people's confidence. When you walk around confident, you just give off that energy, and that energy attracts others too as well, and it clings on to others and it boosts their confidence. And don't be afraid to compliment other women or men. Don't be afraid to do nice things for others. Don't be afraid to make it a purpose to serve others. Being a bad bitch is being confident, not settling, and being kind, and just being positive and celebrating that you're that girl and you want other people to be those girls, and we can all eat No one has to have this part of the plate, this part of the plate. Like, nah, bitch, we all eating 5-course meals. Like, everybody can get it if you want it. You got to put in the work and self-growth and self-development. And by the way, I have a whole video on how to get your shit together too, which plays into this, which I will, like, I don't know, suggest somewhere here. But yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. I kind of summed up the last one into everything else. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's getting late. I gotta go. I gotta do other shit. But I will see y'all next week. Deuces. Wait. TMC. Do something for yourself. Do something for others. And don't forget to be that bitch. Period. Deuces.